Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 3Bs. I'm your host, Daryl Coxey. We got an old friend of the show, Mr. Derek Sheen. Welcome.
Well, hello there, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
I miss you so much.
Now, it's been kind of crazy. Hal, it's been 3 years or something.
Three beautiful years. Yeah. 3 beautiful years. And then, who else is here? I got my new honey over here, Mr. Topher.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Welcome. And who's this cutie from back east?
Back east, I'm from the Midwest.
Midwest.
My name is Marlene.
Marlene, looking good. All right. What are we drinking tonight? Who is our unofficial sponsor, Derek?
I'm going to guess it's probably Blue Moon.
How about that? Why do we like Blue Moon?
Well, it's a fantastic beer. It's made in the United States, just like great beer should be, and with only the finest hops and grains available, all brewed together into a fantastic alcoholic drink that only adults can enjoy and probably should all the time. It's the only way you can get through this tough life. Trump's America, 2020.
Trump's America. So true, so true. All right, so we're recording this on February 15th. Derek, were you in town to see your wife? Did you treat her right? What happened?
Yeah, I was in town. I just got back on Sunday from Springfield, Missouri, because there's no reason to go to Springfield.
You're married?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I know, there's hope for everybody.
My plans for the evening has suddenly changed.
No. I mean, you could do better. You can.
I'm not going to deny that. But
no, I know. I just think it's a self-worth thing, and you have a lot more. You should aim higher.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, what am I, 5'3"?
That's true. There are taller men in the world.
Taller, better-looking men who are more successful.
So how long have you been married?
12 years.
Yeah.
12 years.
We've been together 14 or 15.
Any youngsters? Any progeny?
No. Luckily, my body is not able to produce more of these, and let's all be thankful.
That is probably one of the greatest detriments I've ever heard of having.
Yeah.
Because, I don't deal with pregnancy a whole lot. I sleep largely with men. But if I didn't,
science hasn't made it there yet.
Producing children on accident is just something that I'm so glad I don't have to be
We
fearful.
will see a time when it's gonna be able to happen.
I fear for the day.
Yeah, I think we all do. I think men are gonna be really shocked when they're like, "Wait, now we can get pregnant?"
Yeah.
Oh boy, I don't like sex anymore.
Which one of us stays home and takes care of the kids? It's an impossible decision.
The woman does, because I did too. I had 2 of them.
But what if you take turns being the woman,
I don't know,
so to speak?
You can take turns, I guess. I mean, that's like it's 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get a temp job this year. You can have the temp job next year. We'll just I like it.
All right.
So sorry, pardon me, Derek, but I was touching myself. What did you do with your wife on Valentine's?
On Valentine's Day? I thought we were just talking in general. We didn't do anything because we've been married for 12 years. Valentine's Day is for amateurs.
What?
Yes, you go out.
No flowers, no special dinner.
I make dinner, but I make dinner all the time. Every day's Valentine's Day when you're with your best friend.
Oh, there you go.
Aww.
That's
Isn't that true?
Wow.
Scoring
Valentine's Day. Why would I want to take her out to dinner?
Board.
Go to our favorite restaurant where they have a prefix menu for $65 a person, and you only get to choose 4 things. It's never fun. I hate going out to dinner on Valentine's. It's awful. It's expensive. And it's never the best quality food, even if you go to your favorite place. They're like, we're not making the whole menu.
Yeah, not tonight.
Holy Christ, we're just going to use 4 items. That's it.
Yeah.
You can get it's always 3 things to choose from. Your protein is either salmon or more salmon or some salmon.
Right. Because they want you to be light and nimble on your feet for the bedroom time later.
They want that. Here, have some brightly dyed salmon and then go jump on top of each other and try to make a progeny.
Yeah.
Love it.
Progenies? Progenit?
One of the things I've noticed every time you're on the show, Derek, your career goes better and better. Is it specifically to do with the 3Bs? What is it about?
Well, I would say since the last time I'm on the show, let's be honest, it hasn't gotten that great. It's incremental at best. Because I'm
how many
still
albums now?
I'm still on the show. So we haven't gone anywhere really. I mean, I'm still here. And we're doing it even closer. That's one of the only reasons I was like, yeah, I'll come down and do it, because it's really close. I didn't even have to travel very far. I don't think I'm successful at all. I think I'm regressing. I think I'm getting more lazy in my old age. I don't want to do this for much longer.
You know what I'm mostly curious about is how Daryl has furthered your career, how he's been the instrument of your success.
Oh,
That's what I want to know.
I mean, this has been. I mean, I'll tell you what. Without Daryl, I would not be where I am today.
Yeah, true.
And we can take that one of two ways.
Very true.
How long have you known each other?
I would say 6 years, 7 years, right? Yeah.
We did produce one of your best posters, I would have to say.
I love that poster. It's on my
Okay.
wall. It's right above my my workstation. I love it.
Nice.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Well, because you're here and I'm not paying you, I have a present.
Oh my God! I'm
Yes.
so excited.
So this is a YouTube unbagging. Enjoy.
Oh, we're gonna do an unwrap on you. You guys already? Oh man!
You have to comment on all the packaging.
I love this because we're in Seattle, so some of this is not recyclable.
Oh, true.
At least it came with the bag.
Some ribbons. It's very nice.
What's this say? Noise.
Noise.
Oh, it makes some noise.
Make
All
some
right.
noise. Okay.
But, you know, this is a thing about graphic artists, by the way. We should all know, if you're going to make something like that, why would you make the colors so close
So
to the...
similar.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't even read that
Hardly
on
can
YouTube.
read the make sound. It just looks
Whoever-
like it says noise.
Everybody thinks they're a graphic designer, and they're not.
That's
They're not. My wife would be very proud of me for saying that. What did I get? Some... oh, wow.
Oh,
Diet Coke.
nice Diet Coke.
Your new sponsor.
And
Yeah, see, I know. No budget too small.
Oh, what did I get? Some shots, some good vibes.
There you go.
Good vibes.
Good vibes chocolate.
That is going to be what I smoke late. I mean, eat when I smoke.
Yeah, that's right. Smoke your chocolates and eat all your...
Oh, what do we got? I'm so excited. Yeah, smoking away. What do we
This
got?
is a real fun.
Oh, here we go. We got
A bottle opener.
it's the Joker, and the bottle opens from his butthole.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
bottle.
it's a butthole opener
Look at
because
that.
you don't do so very much bottle opening yourself. It's to deter you
Yeah.
from hitting the bottle too hard because, you know...
Well,
Look
Batman,
at that.
try enjoying your soft drink after it's been
And,
opened
you know-
in my butthole. Have
It's-
fun.
It's not Batman. It's, in fact, the Joker.
It's the Joker.
Right? So...
Oh, I got a little
Another Sprite.
Sprite.
Oh.
Oh, these are all great gifts.
I did buy that before I realized you stopped drinking. So, Derek, here on the 3Bs, you know we go deep, and we have a commitment to the bees to be honest and to tell the true truths. So, this is not your first time being on the wagon.
No.
So, tell us what brought you back into sobriety.
Well, the first time I got sober, I think I might have even talked to you about this, not on a show, just personally, that I was real depressed, and depression and alcohol go together.
They really
great.
do.
They're best friends.
Yep.
And that got ugly. That got ugly for me because I'm not good at depression. And it was before I began taking citalopram. Citalopram, also Celexa. Talk to your doctor first before taking Celexa. Side effects include impotency, that's true, and suicidal thoughts, and exponential wing growth, and whatever else. And so I started taking antidepressants, and they didn't go well with my. Ooh, that's nice. They didn't go well with the booze, and then that's the first reason I quit drinking because the anger and the rage, and I quit for a year, and then I got back into drinking, and then I turned 46 or 47, and then I got gout.
Oh, my.
And so now I can't drink. So 48, I had it so bad in September, October, I had to cancel all my work. I couldn't leave the house. I couldn't go on the road. Couldn't perform. I was just laid up to walk around with a cane.
You eat a lot of liver pate or something?
No, it's hereditary, and
Wow.
it's really just my body doesn't process things like shellfish very well or beer. I can't drink beer. Beer's high in purine, so it was bad. It was really bad. So I had to make a decision, which was very hard. Do I want to stop drinking and not have gout, or do I want to keep drinking and occasionally get gout? And it was so bad, I'm like,
Fuck that.
gout, fuck gout. I don't want it anymore. So, but it's not like I'm not on the wagon. I don't drink. I just don't drink. But I smoke so much pot, and it doesn't cause any gout.
No gout.
And I may have some respiratory issues down
Yes.
the road, but let's be honest. I mean, I smoked cigarettes for 23 years, 5 packs a day,
Holy cow!
and I quit cold turkey. So I feel like you know what? It's time. I'm used to being addicted to things. So now I'm just going to put all my energy into marijuana and see how that turns out.
So I'm curious, when you quit smoking, were you married at the time?
Yeah.
And she's still married to you, and you cold turkey, you quit 5 packs a day, you just stopped.
Yep.
And there followed, I assume. I mean, I smoke a pack a day, and I quit every once in a while, and I always have to stop quitting because I might actually commit a homicide.
So I couldn't quit. I got freaked out all the time. I would just get angry and pissed off and
Yeah.
just get and I figured out what my father-in-law, I didn't figure it out. My father-in-law figured it out because he smoked about the same as I did when he quit. And I was out smoking on the patio one night, and I'm talking to him, and he'd quit. And I'm like, how can you not do this anymore? Like, I'm 5 packs a day. How did you quit like that? And he goes, oh, it's simple. I actually hated it.
Yeah.
He said, I hated it. And when I got to the point where I didn't want to do it, I quit, and I didn't even have withdrawals because I wasn't even thinking about it. I just hated it. I went, I'm done. And literally the next day I threw my pack out and I went, I can do this because that's the reason that I've been holding back. Is I didn't realize I wanted it. I was always like, but what if? I mean, like if I quit, but then I'm going to want one.
Right.
How am I going to feel when I want it? And so that was what I needed. I needed that little linchpin to unlock the box for me to get inside and go, oh, I fucking hate smoke. I really hated it. I mean, I smelled so bad. I didn't realize 5 packs a day. I mean,
we're sitting really close here. I'm sure you can smell me because I'm a smoker.
I don't
Okay.
smell it.
I smoke a
What
pack
about
a day.
edibles?
Well,
I
Like
mean,
that.
are we talking about weed now? Because that's a
Yes.
different thing. Because I also smoke weed.
I mean, I'll smoke the shit out of pot, and it doesn't bother me at all. I don't have the same relationship with it. The cigarettes are very addictive, and
Yes.
the chemical in the the nicotine addiction also forms that sort of metabolic addiction that you have, where you're like, I got to hold things, or I got to have something in my hands,
Yeah.
and so they go hand in hand. So once I quit, all that went away, and I mean, it hasn't, not that I haven't filled that addictive hole with other things like booze or video games or pot, but I hate masturbating. It takes too much energy, and
it's a lot of work.
Low yield payout. It just, I get bored halfway through, and I'm like, am I still here? And I think that's an age thing too, where I'm just like, oh God, this is you again. That's what I say when I take my clothes off. You
How
again.
does Rudy feel about that?
Rudy does not like. Rudy's done. Rudy's what I name my penis.
Oh, okay.
Because it's so small but it still aspires to perform at a level way beyond its capacity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just wants to suit up.
Any of those happy pills? I gotta say, I've
Yeah,
tried,
yeah.
and it can improve
They do,
things.
but can I be honest? I'm at a place in my life where, and I'm with the perfect person because we're both in the same place emotionally, where it's nice, but at the same time we're like, ugh, we already did all this.
Yeah, see, I'm only 30 and I'm in the same place. I'm like, I mean, I like sex. I don't hate it. But like also, have to take off all your clothes and you have to do like the squat thrusting and the elevated heart rate and the breathing and then the like shaking orgasm.
Do the fake intro. You gotta like get your this will be grand. I can't be fun at all because I gotta be super into it. Let's lower the lights and put on some nice music. I hate that part. There's like a 45-minute buffer zone before you're even having sex, where you're just like, let's touch each other and in the most like just phoning it in both because we want to do something else. We both want to be watching TV,
Right.
like, and there's all the chocolates downstairs.
And go. That's what I'm hearing.
I don't even want that. Like both of us are. I especially am just like then I just feel that emotional vacancy afterwards.
Right.
There's that moment right afterwards where you just kind of feel like, oh, I'm human. Oh God, everything's real. I don't like any. So I avoid that altogether by not doing it, and I feel better. I mean, depression is literally that moment when you come where you just feel totally empty and violated and emotionally open and vulnerable. Only there's no coming. You just feel like that all the time.
Exactly.
And so I don't like
Aww.
I don't like that feeling at all, but I do like chocolate. So
Yes.
Well,
And
they say chocolate is, an aphrodisiac.
it is.
They also say that about powdered rhino horn, and now all the rhinos are dead. So.
Yeah.
They
But I
are
will-
going fast.
Chocolate's next, man, and then it's going to be coffee, and then I am going to go on a rampage, the likes of which have not been seen since probably the Revolutionary War.
So coffee's your thing?
I work in tech. There's the coffee flows like rivers of blood. It is everywhere, and I consume it on a scale that would baffle modern science if I let them study me, which I do not.
So Q2B, also known as Marlene, what does it feel like to hear men who stereotypically always want sex, need to have sex, talk about not really being into sex? And I'm getting the vibe from your reaction that you're still kind of enjoying sex with your partner.
Well, I understand the pressures that men have. They have to perform, right? Like girls can just lay there and we can pretend that we enjoy it, or we can actually enjoy it. So, I mean, kudos to you guys. There's like the barometer, It's like either you're there or you're not, right?
Well, I'll be honest, there's a guilt too where I have a bad lower back. I can't be on top. So she's got to do most of the work and I feel bad. So I'm like, let's call out the middleman.
When the girl's on top, that's where you get your aerobic exercise. So it's good for the girl to be on top, So I don't know.
Let me ask you this, because I have been on top as a receptive partner before.
Sure.
And one of the things that I'm really glad that I don't have to deal with is breasts. And them like flailing around all the time.
Yes.
Because I can barely keep my own just like self together.
Yeah.
And what's that? Tell me all about your boobs.
Which
My
is what
boobs?
I want to hear. Which one of us is going? Which one are you talking
Well,
to?
I don't really worry about them. I mean, unless they're getting in the way.
Okay.
And usually they get in the way when you're like in yoga positions and whatnot. But I don't know. I think guys like the boobs.
I hear that. I hear
Absolutely.
that. But I also wonder, like, because I feel like the moment where they would become the most problematic is the most crucial moment. When you're like on the cusp, you're like about to arrive, and if you do like 5 or 6 good thrusting motions, you're gonna get there. And that, to me, in your most frantic moment where you're like about to arrive is when the boobs would decide they like want to hit you in the face, and they're like sort of suddenly unwieldy, and you gotta like peg them down but still like maintain your motion. And that's when you get, instead of like 6 good thrusts, you get like 3 okay thrusts in there, and it just now you're no longer about to arrive.
I think you put more thought into it than I do.
That's probably why I don't like sex very much, because I'm just like, what do you do? What are you doing? What am I doing? What are we doing next? And after that, what am I going to need to do after that?
Who am I?
What is it you want me to say? Do you want me to say you're a bad boy? That sounds wrong. I can't believe I just said that. It's just too much.
You're just like, let's go to Pound Town and then we're done.
Yeah.
I love it. Pound Town. That could
Pound
be the
Town.
the episode.
I love it. Like,
I
let's
love it. Pound Town.
haven't been to Pound
I
Town
don't
lately.
like the whole speeding up thing. It's because you're young. At 48, everything's just slow. You're just going slow, and then there's no rushing near. When you get close, you're just like, we watch the last episode of Happy, and then you're done, and then you get dressed. We just get dressed immediately.
Oh.
It's nice. You just get dressed, and you're like, we should go back downstairs because that's where the snacks are.
I'm all about the snuggle.
Well, we have
you
a
high
couch.
five.
Yeah.
You high five each other and you walk out of the room.
Yeah.
We just go sit on the couch, and then we just eat trail mix and watch Happy, and then we're good. Like,
We go like, right on, dude. Let's play some video games.
Yeah, exactly.
headsets.
And
Let's
like,
go.
woo! Let's do this. It's done.
Wow, I'm learning so much because my experiences have been very different. I mean, I want to end strong and do a high five and snuggle, but some people just got to chase that next orgasm, and then I don't know.
Thank God I never met that person.
Yeah. I think Derek might agree with me on this. What I think might be like the best thing is if you're chasing that hard to reach orgasm, you arrive, you orgasm, and then you immediately die. And that would be because there's all of the horribleness that follows is not a thing because you're dead.
I want my last words to be, thank you.
Yeah.
That's
kind of, sort of a...
goodbye.
And then chisel that into my gravestone. He always said, all the time he was saying,
Famous last words.
So true.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad that we are just stayed so far clear of anything that could demonetize this video.
I know he said PG-13, and we were like, let's talk about.
We're still PG-13.
I think so.
Talking about sex is PG-13. Doing it is not PG-13.
Very true.
And we only said the fork word twice so far, so we're still in. We're still in it.
And I said come twice.
That's right. He did. That's very rated
I'll
R.
just beep it. Boop, boop.
Yeah.
Well, and she really hasn't talked about her pleasure at all very much. And
Typical guys just taking over the show.
And that's
okay.
that's what
I'll
would bump it up to
listen.
rated R. If she were to
She
discuss.
talked about Pound Town. I was down with that.
Yeah, I like Pound Town.
Yeah.
It's efficient.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It gets.
It's efficient
Go
and you're
for it.
done and
Mhm.
it's good.
Yeah, for
no
sure.
expectations.
Mhm.
Once you have those expectations, it's just, I don't know, there's just so much pressure.
Yes, agreed. That's
Yeah.
why I like to go into sex without any. I just like pretend I'm like not even a human being. Like I'm a single-celled paramecium, and we all just sort of like ooze around and kind of extend our pseudopods, and then whatever happens
That
happens.
sounds so hot.
Yeah, no, I.
Could you extend your pseudopods,
Yeah,
please?
It's very Lovecraftian.
Yes.
What it is. Extend a single black tentacle into the Stygian night.
Yeah.
So where are you headed later today?
I got to go up to Queen Anne to do a show at a distillery.
Okay.
And then that'll be my last Seattle show until probably summer.
Oh wow, you going on a thing? You're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be
tour.
gone. I don't like to do stuff at home that much, anyways, because it feels like you're kind of shitting where you eat.
Right.
Right.
But I like to occasionally have something if it's paid to do it, and bring people out and workshop stuff. But it's hard. It's hard to do stand up at where I live. I don't like doing it as much because I just feel like I live here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this will be the last show I have for a while, and then I go out. I'm all over the middle of the country next week, and Austin, and then Denver, and then all the way to Lincoln, and Lincoln to Illinois, and Illinois to Detroit, and Detroit to Connecticut, and all the way back through the Southeast, and then I get back around May.
I remember you love the South. You have some good shows.
Love
in
the
South,
Southeast, man. It's my favorite
Yeah.
place. I don't have a lot booked there right now. I'm trying to put some stuff together for the break before I go do the new album, so I want to have that all done.
New album, is that going to be like your third album?
It'll be my fourth.
Holy fuck.
I do one every year and a half.
Wow.
So is this
That's
like a
like the
comedy
schedule.
album or is it like a singing
It's a
album?
comedy album,
Oh.
although it might actually have a song on it this time.
Yeah.
We are actually working on that. I may have something in it.
Okay.
Although it won't be like, it'll be pretty dumb.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the way
For
you
fun.
got it. Yeah.
Have you listened to pop music lately? I
Mhm.
mean, it's all pretty much the
That's
same.
it's true.
Yeah.
Very formulaic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty dumb. Yeah, so that'll be the fourth one.
Awesome. So enough about you, Derek. Topher, you
Perfect.
have some
Topher.
topics?
I have some topics. It's true. I've been thinking a lot about some.
Give us one. Give us your best topic for tonight.
Okay, so my best topic when I was thinking about it coming over here, I was thinking about the false binary, and I think the best example I can give is like when people ask you, "Are you a dog person or a cat person?" As if there are only two pets in the world that you can have, and they are either dogs or they are cats, and there must only be one that is dominant. And I find that the false binary is just so, it's everywhere, man. It's like men or women. You like have gay sex or you have straight sex. You have like more gun control or no gun control. And anytime somebody asks you to pick between two things that aren't like naturally two things, like why is it dogs and cats? Why isn't like dogs and whales, or
Right.
like dogs and hamsters, or cats and well, I know why it's not cats and hamsters,
But can I? This is one I think that we can all agree on, though. There is a big difference between Disney people and Warner Brothers people.
agreed.
Oh, for sure.
Very true.
Yeah,
Or
no,
or DC and
And
what is
Marvel.
the Marvel?
yeah.
Like I'm a DC person, like back in the day, but I don't know. I kind of like Marvel now. I don't know.
Can I say I was raised a Disney person, and I'm no longer a Disney person. I totally get what you're saying.
My mom tried to make me a Disney person, and I ended up a Warner Brothers kid.
There you go.
It's like I'm bored. I want
Yeah.
to see some anvils hitting some stuff.
Like Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit.
Who
I mean,
framed
very-
Roger Rabbit?
Very much, satire of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. And Disney films, the boundaries of reality were never really stretched except for talking animals.
Right.
And physics were all, they applied physics the way they were supposed to. And then, of course, Warner Brothers was like, all hands on deck. It's a wacky time. The gravity doesn't work, and rabbits talk, and watch me juggle some chainsaws. That seems safe, kids. And I liked that.
Right.
But you can tell the difference when you meet someone who's rather, an adult who's rather milquetoast, and you can tell, like, I bet they have every Disney movie in their collection.
Everything's a morality play with Disney. Everything's like, here's how to be a better person. Hold the door open. Throw away your trash. And Warner Brothers is just like, now we're going to smash this guy. And here's a dozen eggs. And you're just kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it's very much like real life. Because, I mean, morality play is just not, that's not your daily life. It's not like you're constantly being faced with clear right and wrong choices. Sometimes your boss just says, like, hey, give me a treatment on that thing by tomorrow. And you're just like, okay, I don't know what that means, but I'll start writing some stuff.
Sure, maybe I'll do that if you were an adult who didn't call himself Billy still.
Yeah.
Here's another binary that I think we can all agree on. Steves versus Stevens. I think everyone who's named Steve is a danger to society. I've never met a good Steve. And everyone that's named Steven is a decent person. Like, they can have, there's two separate things. They're not the same.
You know,
I've never met a Steven I don't like, but I've met plenty of Steves I don't like.
What about PH versus V?
that's what I was going to say.
If you're
I don't
Steven.
understand why there are PH Stevens, because that to me, you should just be Stefan.
Yeah.
And if you want to be Steven, feel free to use a V, but that's not how those letters make
Yeah,
sense.
because last time I checked, Steve has a V in it. And
Yeah.
Steven
I know.
Right. Like, we know that F can make a V sound from of, but PH has never made a F sound,
Phone.
well, okay, I got that wrong. But
Or what about
no, it's never made a V sound.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
when is PH V? It's never V.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't spell uvula with a PH.
Right. And then there are these people who are named Stefan, Stefan, and they're like, no, it's Steven, and you're just like, that's not how letters work, man.
Yeah, Steven with an F, though. How about that one?
Yeah.
See, and that's even,
But all Steves are awful people. All Steves in general.
true, they're like, hardware store kind of like,
Steve-O.
you are outside the norm, and I
close
banish
enough.
you from
Yeah.
my store kind of guy.
Or the guy who gets a management title and then just goes bananas with power.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
What about Jeff? Jeff or Geoff?
I think both. I think can fuck right off.
There you
Like,
go. Nobody named Jeff is all right in Derek's book.
Yeah, nice one, Geoff. Nice
Geoff.
one. Good way to go, Geoff. You get a gold star. You
Yeah.
and Stefan, your best friend Stefan, Geoff.
I'm amazed by how many different spellings there are of the name Sean. Because there's,
Yes.
the two main ones, S-E-A-N and S-H-A-W-N. And there's a bit of a gender binary with those, although not exclusively, because there are men who spell it S-H-A-W-N. But then there are, like, those Irish nationalists who spell it, like, S-C-I-A-O-E umlaut.
Rabbit
and-
ear,
Yeah,
baseball bat.
it's true. And they're like, free Ireland, my name is Sean. And you're like, it's nice to meet you, Sean. USA, USA.
S-C-I-O-N? That's Scion.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's Sean.
Sean.
I've always named myself Sean. I've been called Sean forever, and I'd appreciate it if you kept calling me Sean. The way it's spelled, just pronounce it the way it's spelled.
My mother named me George, but that's not a name I like to pronounce.
I'm named after Count Cheyenne. Count Cheyenne of the Cheyenne Fires. And I'm Sean, as far as I'm concerned. Sean and I wear a suicide vest to work, and that's what I do.
That's right.
Leave me alone. Stay out of my business.
Cutie Bee, do you got a game for us?
I do. I have a. Do we want to do the quote game?
Let's do it.
Who said what?
Mhm.
All right, let me get my stuff. Hold on.
All right.
What I have here is who said it? Was it Jack Donaghy? Is it Donaghy or Donaghy from 30 Rock?
I feel like that's like part of the show.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's the ones who are from like the old country still pronounce it Donaghy, but all the like real American Donaghys pronounce it Donaghy.
All right, we got the Donaghy.
Right.
Okay, or Elon Musk.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Do we have to buzz in, or do we just?
You do. You have to go. Bzzz.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Three
Wait, did I
days.
just fuck us? Because that wasn't a real thing before, and now I just made it a thing.
I think we're gonna have to do it now. Thank you. And then I
I'm
think we
sorry.
should probably discuss like the ramifications of each other's choices before we hear like. The,
I'm
yeah.
really sorry.
let's.
All right, here we go. Who said that? Jack Donaghy or Elon Musk? That is no excuse. I'm extremely disappointed. You need to figure out where your priorities are. We're challenging the world. We're changing the world and changing history. You either commit or you don't. Who said it?
Gosh,
Elon Musk.
you think?
Are you sure?
Because he's changing space, not the world. Technically.
No, yeah.
I mean, he's changing space now, but at the time he made that quote, it could very quite
That's
possibly
true.
be.
That could be. We didn't
Is
do
that
the
your final answer?
thing.
Yeah. All right, you're right.
Nice.
Dang. All
What's
right.
on the line here? What if?
I don't know. Bragging
What's-
rights?
What's on the line?
I made some really good cookies.
Oh well.
Like regular cookies, not edible.
That's
Not edible. They're not edible cookies.
I
They're
won't be peeling
they're
my face off at
regular.
my show
You
tonight.
know, like normal cookies, the kind that you don't eat.
Yeah, they're sugar
Yeah.
cookies.
Yeah. Okay.
Human empathy. It's as useless as the Winter Olympics.
Jack Donaghy.
Yeah, I think so too. Are we even keeping
You got
score?
a buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got it. We got
Derek's up by 2.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
We
Topher, you're in the hole here. Come
All
on.
right. Sorry. I'll try to do better.
All right. He's kind of homeless, which I think is sort of funny.
Oh man, I'm gonna say Elon Musk.
I'm gonna say Jack Donaghy.
Oh. One for Topher.
One on the board.
Hey. All right, Honey Bee, good job.
All right. That's my lesson for taking a vacation. Vacations will kill you.
That is Jack Donaghy.
Is that your final answer? Is that how she said it? You remember?
Yeah, it's probably yeah.
I don't remember her. I only remember the Regis Philbin,
Yeah. Who
Yeah.
said lady?
the British woman.
Yeah, the British one.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Who is that? I can't
All
remember
right.
that.
He said Jack Donaghy, so I mean, I guess I'm saying Elon Musk since he already said Jack Donaghy.
It was Mr. Musk.
Oh yes,
Nice.
Woo!
Woo, it's getting
Two
hot.
All right. Boy, women try to do things sure will get you killed a lot.
Bzz, Jack Donaghy, because if
Yeah.
Elon Musk had said it, he would not have a job.
Yeah, he wouldn't
anymore.
even have a company
Yeah,
anymore.
that'd be the end of that. No space
All
for
right,
you.
that's 3. We're gonna keep on going.
Oh, I mean, I'm down to call it because I won. So
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. Topher, I think you need to bring the enlightenment. Bring the Honey Bee of truth to the bees. You have 60 seconds to change the world. Go!
Okay, so what I want to know is why do we care about anything at all ever? Because it's all just garbage, right? Can we agree on that? Is that you wake up in the morning, you're going to go out to the place, you're going to do some stuff, and then things are going to happen, and it's all just going to be awful, right?
I mean, I often feel like
Yes, no, that's what I'm saying. So what I want to know is why are we all trying to scramble, and what's that all about? What is the purpose of the scramble? If we all just were like, fuck it, what's the worst
because
thing
we've
that could
been
happen?
sold a bill of goods over the last few thousand years of our existence, thinking that there's meaning to the thing that we're doing, which is what separates us from the animals. And once we feel like there's meaning, then all of a sudden there's pressure and stress to create a legacy. And without a legacy, we all feel like we'll be forgotten. But truth be told, we're only going to be here for a temporary amount of time anyways, not just us, the entire planet. In the history of space, we will only be there for a moment before the sun burns out, and everything we've ever done will be gone. So it's all false and it's all a lie. The real truth, I agree. We really should just enjoy our time here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because there's nothing we can build, nothing we can do that's going to change our fate.
Yeah. So we should just
You guys are like
we should just wake up in the
Debbie
morning,
Downer. Like, no.
roll out of bed and like smoke a joint, then walk down the street and say hello to the people in our neighborhood that we like and fuck off to the people we don't like. And then walk back home and watch Netflix until we die.
Yeah, well, I mean, the pressure to produce some kind of legacy, I think that's the bigger downer, is the fact that we live our lives feeling like we're never going to accomplish something, and if we don't do the thing we set out to
with that.
do, then it kills us. And really when we should be spending more time with our friends and neighbors and enjoying the space around us. I mean, how often do you look up, right? And then before you know it, you're dead. And
Yeah.
most people's last words are, "Oh, really?"
Right.
And I would rather we all die going like, "That was great. What a fun ride."
I agree. I feel like, if you think about all the many billions of people that there have ever been, how many of them are recorded in history? A very small fraction. And while it might happen that you're like one of those people who's recorded in history, it's also probably a lot better chance that you're just no one's going to know who you are. And that's not a sad thing. That's like you can do whatever you want. No one's going to know who you are. Like, you can, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. A lasting legacy. Think of the people who have a lasting legacy, and we're all now realizing they weren't so great in the first place. And now there's this whole debate hundreds of years later about how maybe they were really actually horrible people, and now they're on the money, and there's statuary of them everywhere. Yeah. I don't want to deal with it. I would rather just be like, who's this gravestone for? It just says his last words were, "Ah!"
So I've got a movie/book that I want to recommend to you guys.
Yeah.
The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh yeah, by that guy from The Place.
Yeah. By John Green.
He's one of the Green brothers.
Such a sappy, but it's like they talk about that for real. They talk about like this guy, the boy, he wanted to be like remembered, and the girl just wanted to lead a normal life while they were both dying.
Right, and they have like inside out lungs or something.
Yeah.
They got some sort of
lungs are born on the outside.
concrete breathing apparatus illness.
One boy was born inside out.
That's right. And if they meet, the whole universe explodes.
I mean, time, I think the concept of time is what fucked us. It really did, because if we didn't have clocks and calendars or any way to measure how long we're here,
right,
it would feel like forever.
Yeah.
And so like when you leave for a day, if you have a dog and you leave and you come back an hour later, your dog has you've been gone forever.
Yeah.
Your dog is like, holy shit, where did you go? I was looking all over the house for you for days. I don't even know what a measurement of a day is. I just know it got dark and light again. Maybe it's because I closed my eyes. I don't know what sleep is. And they live in this amazing place where to them everything lasts forever.
Well, what if you had a whale? Would they still feel that same way? Because that's why there's the dog and cat people versus a whale. Maybe a whale will remember things, and that's why we have dogs.
There are some evolutionary biologists who believe that dogs and cats won the evolution lottery. And I think we got to take a page out of their book. We got to train some other species to be cooler and smarter than we are, and then convince them that we should be their pets.
Yeah.
Boom. Humanity's problems solved.
I mean, I've never euthanized an animal who looked up at me and went, but I never went to Hawaii.
Right, no. They're just like, okay.
I've never been to Hawaii.
Exactly, me either.
No.
I've been to Hawaii. It's really nice. You should give it a try.
If you have the means, I highly recommend it.
They don't have any regrets because there's no pressure to do everything because time doesn't exist as a construct. Yeah. So when it doesn't exist, you don't miss things because you didn't have a way to gauge whether it was important or not.
Much like Hawaii. Because if you go to Hawaii, a lot of the businesses will post their hours and they just say like, noonish. We show up sort of when we feel like it, and then people give us money, and then we give you shave ice, and then, I don't know, we get bored and we go home.
All done.
Yep.
Well, everybody gets laid in Hawaii, so.
I didn't, but I was in a cult at the time, so.
I mean, that would stop it, unless
unless it's a sex cult, which I was not in.
Oh.
Listen, can I just give you this is the best advice that I can give you. If you're going to join a cult, join a sex cult, because otherwise, you're just in a cult and there's no sex and it's awful.
Well, in the immortal words of Elmer Chocolate, good vibes always.
That's right.
Well, I want to pull out of that wonderful conversation is the piece that Derek said, about you've got to live your life, look up, experience it, and, like a dog, and just embrace the moment. That is definitely the 3B's way, I got to say. But the other thing about happiness, when we say, well, fuck what everybody else wants us to do, I'm going to do what I want to do. What I've unraveled with myself is, fortunately or not, some of the things that make me happy are the things that are hardwired in me. So, like, I would personally rather not care about other people. I'd rather just be happy on my own, don't give a damn about anybody. But the fact is, I'm a social creature. I I have to connect with other people. I have to feel that connection. If I don't, I feel pain.
Well, it's your values.
Right.
The values that you have are not the same that I have, and they're not your values. And so if we live up to our own personal values, then I think we can create happiness.
Yeah, but I mean, here's my beef with values.
Okay, let's hear that.
Okay, spend 3 or 4 years not being able to afford food, and you'll see how your values change. I used to have
Yes.
values. I used to have beliefs about the world and how we should treat each other. And after I missed dinner by like the 50th or 60th time, I was just like, you know what, it actually doesn't matter, and I don't care, and I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do, because this is all really awful all the time. It sounds really awful, it sounds really downer, but I'm telling you,
Honeybee,
nothing-
that is exactly what people tell themselves when they're about to sell cocaine to kids on the street.
I don't sell
Alright.
cocaine to children because
Per se.
they don't have any sense of how much money, they don't have any money, is what it is. They don't have any money.
All right, so that's a great transition into cookies. Marlene, I believe you have an activity for us.
Speaking
I
of
do.
a way to get kids
I
into
do.
your car.
Yes.
Who wants to try decorating cookies?
I heard Derek did. That's what I heard.
All right, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm the guest. I
Derek's
should.
wife told me that he just is a cookie decorating fiend.
I
just
did
can't.
hearts
Oh, good.
and some circles. But I can't find them.
Circles.
So, do you want to like stand over there? Would that be easier?
Well, I'm left-handed.
Okay,
This is probably pretty
Me
good.
too.
I'll do circle too.
Yeah, we're gonna live forever.
That's right.
There's some left-handed people are smarter apparently.
It's true.
But we
and-
live less. We live.
Us and Barack Obama, left-handed. You know
left-handed.
who's right-handed?
All right.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Is he?
Just
All right,
saying.
what colors do you want?
What are my choices?
We can do red or green or orange or blue.
Let's do. Can I do red and blue?
Sure.
I think I got a plan.
All
Pretty
right.
excited about this.
So, little known tip: you don't have to use tips.
Really?
Oh.
Pop the little end off.
I had heard that. I had also heard that if you use pinking shears, you can get a nice shape even
Oh.
without the metal tip.
Yeah. Well, you could like just the tip.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Not everybody has pinking shears.
I do for my grandma.
I
Anyway,
don't.
Here's
Yep.
the red.
There's my red.
And then what was the other color?
Blue.
Go Seahawks.
That's kind of, but blue and green, right?
Yeah.
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 Also go Sounders. Here we go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
And Topher, I think you're going to be the judge.
Oh, good.
We're going to give points on presentation, points on creativity.
Derek's already working on his pagan symbolism, so that's good.
Nice.
Hail Stan. Oh, that's because we're on the thing.
We could talk about like
I-
what we wanted to be. when
So
we grew
I'm
up.
just intrigued by the. Tell me about the green circle. What is
green circle?
the greens? It's obviously from your childhood. Tell us
Yes.
what from your childhood inspired the green circle.
Well, the green circle is the circle that the poltergeist
Yeah.
girl was looking into.
Of course.
Yeah. No, the green circle just keeps the stuff from like going over.
Right. It's like the ice wall on the edge of the earth.
Oh, like Frozen? From Frozen?
No, but from holding in all the water because
Oh,
the earth isn't
sure.
round.
It is. What nonsense have you been
I
listening
have
to?
sincerely held beliefs that are not religious, and that causes me to have to ruin everybody's life for no good goddamn reason. And you will respect me.
Are you Mormon by any chance?
I am not allowed to comment on which cults I was or was not in.
I like what's happening here.
Okay, all right. He's smiling. Is he sticking out his thumb, or does he have a hair lip? Thumb,
No.
tongue.
Not really sure.
Derek, you've got some sort of. Is that a blue? Is that the blue devil?
Nice. Wow. That's really coming together. Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at that.
And of course, the devil, as you know, very fond of 3 commas in a row. Or are those apostrophes? They look like
I don't mean to put the pressure on, but you really got to raise the bar here.
she's giving her little guy a blue face because he's into autoerotic asphyxiation, as so many of us are.
So much so.
Yeah.
Boom.
That is a lot of work. Can we talk about that?
I love this. It's dope.
Okay, so tell us about your art, Derek. What inspires you?
I got the hook 'em horns.
Yeah.
And then 3 6s, which I really love.
Oh, they're 6s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that you thought they were commas.
I thought they were like apostrophes.
They're
But
apostrophes.
They're 6s. 666.
And then I've got a
number
nice
of
pentagram,
these.
and then I've got sort of a goat skull.
Yeah. You know, they recently found a fragment of the documents that later went on to make up the Bible that said the number of the beast was 616.
Oh.
That's
So,
like an area code.
that's
in
gonna
like
change
Milwaukee
everything.
or something,
Well, that
right?
explains a lot about
Wow.
Milwaukee. I've never been, but I hear it's pretty much the end of the
Oh,
world.
Milwaukee.
over
I'll be
there.
there in 2 weeks. Oh,
Do they
I'm
like you
excited.
there in
Yeah.
Milwaukee?
They do. I'm going to
Okay.
do Milwaukee, and I'm going to do Minneapolis, and then Detroit.
Not St. Paul, though, because...
No. Good Lord, no.
Did
certainly.
you hear? Did you know in Minneapolis they have like a tunnel system that you can like go through the whole city with? It's not tunnels.
I had
it's,
no idea.
No, these are
it's
the
like
skywalks.
this the
See,
skywalks.
I have heard of this, and I don't understand because they have the same thing in a couple of cities, where like particularly where it's cold. But man, in Seattle, as people will tell you, it is frequently wet here, and that we don't have skywalks between like literally every building downtown absolutely astounds me.
Nice.
It's a red-eyed, smiley face
It's
devil
really awful,
man.
but-
I love it.
Yours is adorable for people who don't like sugar.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, this is,
This is
for
the
people
diabetic
for people
cookie.
who love sugar but also don't like the Bible.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay, could you both showcase your cookies?
Show
to the
your
camera?
cookies to the camera
Oh,
before
nice.
I render my
Right
judgment.
next to the microphone is perfect.
There we go.
Very nice.
Mine has Baphomet and the 3 most important numbers in the in my
Move
address.
over.
Ooh,
there we
This
go.
is-
Nice.
This is just my wet on wet, but these are much better.
Yeah, wet on wet,
Those
like
are
watercolors.
cute.
I like
Throw in
it.
for bonus points. Okay,
All
so
right.
Topher's going to give his degree
All right.
on the ultimate cookie based on creativity and style,
Yep.
and then possibly on taste. And then, for all you bees out there, you can comment, and for the 450th comment, I might send you a Google gift card.
Yeah. Wow.
We'll send you the cookies.
So hurdle number 1, 450 comments. Hurdle number 2, might send you a gift card. Get commenting, kids. Write yourself a bot to do it. Just write a comment, like write out a nice big paragraph for us, and just each word you do a separate comment. Like, this is the greatest thing, that kind of thing.
Don't forget to have 425 of them.
Yeah.
So copy, paste, copy, paste, copy. You need 425 separate email addresses.
Yep. And YouTube accounts,
Yeah,
etc.
you need all
Yeah.
of those things. So
Mhm.
this
just-
isn't college where you just copy and paste your life away.
yeah, this is the real deal. You
It's
gotta
the real
commit.
thing.
Commit. You're gonna get some bots to do it. You gotta pay for them.
All right, those are impressive cookies. So Topher, this is a competition. There is a winner and a loser.
That's true. And as all things that involve winning and losing, this is it's a difficult choice. Let me walk you through my thinking here. I love the devil, and Satan is Lord, etc. But I also love sort of smudgy-faced, smiley-faced, blue-faced, autoerotic asphyxiation enthusiasts.
Well, this is a tough
Which is
choice.
what
I
you're
know.
going for, of course.
So what I'm wondering, I'm thinking on the one hand there's like the devil who is blue, and then on the other hand there's the guy who's choking his neck and his chicken at the same time who's also blue. And that's a little devilish, don't you think? That's a little cheeky, the sort of, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a real affront to God.
Yeah, and I'm having trouble
So, I
deciding.
mean, both cookies are relatively satanic. So they're
Indeed.
both
That's
competing on
what
the
makes
same-
it so difficult, because ordinarily it would be a really easy decision to be like,
Today, son.
I'm trying to tell,
tension.
show, not tell. I think it's hard to deny the supremacy of the Holy Lord Baphomet, and so I think I got to go with the devil on this one, as I often do.
Woo! Congratulations.
Sweet.
Derek.
Sorry,
Nicely done. Well, we'll see what the bees have to say about this.
The Beast.
The
Beast?
The bees.
and
This
he's
show's
here tonight.
This show is now going to be called Three Beast.
Yes.
And I'll look on the internet in a few weeks. Both of you are just slowly growing
Put your
horns
hands
and-
together for our next guest, Lucifer, son of the morning.
Tonight we'll be talking with Ted Bundy.
Beelzebub
You're
himself.
gonna do the whole show in backwards, and you play it.
Our guest tonight, Albert Speer and Ted Bundy, will be discussing dating tips.
That's right. They would know. Certainly more than I do.
Well, you all are very beautiful. I think we've had some good sharing tonight. Topher, lean this way, please.
Sorry.
Very nice. We really come together. So we're getting near the karaoke piece, but we still need to go deeper with Derek. We need to go
All right.
deeper into Derek.
I have some thoughts on that.
Yes. Topher, would you like to take the lead on that?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
I want
That
to
was
make-
a thinly
I
veiled
want-
sex joke, but
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right, you got it.
So here's the challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not successful until we pull truth out of Derek that is uncomfortably real.
Yeah,
All right, go.
Derek.
Yeah.
Is your wife gonna watch the show?
Probably.
Probably not.
Well, she probably will.
You think?
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah.
really likes you that much.
Yeah,
huh?
I know my mom will. My mom will definitely watch it.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Anything with me in it, she watches it, and then she'll be like, "I can't believe you said that,"
Perfect.
and she'll literally be like, "I can't believe you said
What's
that."
the
Is that how I
worst,
sound?
What's the worst thing you ever said to your mom growing up?
Oh man, well let's Mom, will probably if you do watch this, you'll correct me because I'll probably get it wrong, but I think it was when I said, "I wish you'd fucking die."
Oh my! And this was because she told you to eat some Wheaties, and you were
No,
like,
this was last week.
"Oh, okay,
Oh,
yeah."
Yeah, I was thinking about pulling her off life support.
Oh,
and it
my.
was,
She
no,
watches
I'm kidding.
the show
I'm kidding.
from her.
I was like 15, I think.
Yeah.
We just got went through a hellish divorce, and her and I lost everything, and
Yeah,
and I had a really
it's hard when
abusive
you get
dad.
divorced from your mom.
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, because all that sweet ass sex. What am I going to do?
That's right. Good lord!
Well, I mean, you guys brought it, and then I just drove.
I know.
it.
I'm just.
I drove it like I stole it.
It's
and,
it's my fault. We in
But-
this show we're having sex with too many of the wrong people, and it's all my fault, and I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
We survived a really terrible. She had a really bad marriage, and my dad was a monster. And I think when you're in that your whole life, you sort of when that influence is gone, you sort of you pull from it. And so I started filling in the blanks, filling in the spaces that were missing. So I started acting like my dad because I didn't know what else to do.
Right.
So then I had a meltdown, a teenage meltdown.
Yeah.
And I looked her right in the eye and I said, "I wish you'd fucking die."
Yeah. And
And,
she was like,
She was like, "Fuck you." Oh my God. And then we didn't talk for a long time.
a long time.
Yeah, and I moved. I
You left.
I left.
Oh man.
I think she
Say
actually.
sorry
she
to
might have
your
actually
mom.
kicked me. Oh, I've said sorry so many times.
I'm just right. Saying we're pulling truth.
I mean,
Say
she.
sorry to your
watching.
mom.
Well, she's not watching right now. She'll watch later, and she knows.
And when she does,
she knows I said when I said I was sorry, I meant it.
listen to him refusing
Don't-
to apologize to his
Don't
mom.
scratch the scabs open. There's no
We're
need
going
for that.
deep, man.
That is the assignment.
There are two ways that I know of going deep with my tongue, and this is the only one that's PG-13.
It would be disingenuous to apologize to a camera.
That's
It's
true.
better
She's
to
not
apologize.
there,
Yeah, she
and
saw
you've
me-
already said. I'm gonna say, Derek's mom, I'm sorry that you had to put up with this asshole and his
Yeah, it's
the
terrible.
cycle of abuse. See, you got it opposite. My mother is a monster, and your father was a monster, and maybe they'll find each other. Although mine's into women these days.
I mean, my dad probably. I mean, if he did anything like he did on Earth, he's just spreading his angel seed or his demon seed all over the place.
There you go.
Just dropping it on everything.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure when he lived here, most of the buildings were just covered in dry jizz.
Yeah.
because of him. So
yeah.
I just want to like love you guys into like being like
Did you have normal
whole
parents or something? It's what's
no,
happening.
but they weren't that
It'll
bad.
ruin my comedy.
Yeah. That's why we do what we do, you know.
Wow.
We're just
I'm listening.
seeking the approval of a parent who will never care.
Yeah.
Marlene, I
Yes.
think you are coming from a brighter side of the moon, and
Yes.
so I really appreciate the special energy you bring to the show, and I want you to use that to pull more truth out of Derek
Oh,
Sheen.
Jesus.
Your turn.
My turn.
See, the problem is she just hasn't lived here long enough. Couple more months and she'll be on the show like,
I am in a
man, the other day I
very-
was thinking about the best way to die and I was sipping a gin gimlet with...
I had that experience like a couple last week, like 6 days ago. There was this like week and a half where we had no like sunlight, and I had this.
Oh no, a week and a half.
I know. There's none.
I'm on 40 milligrams of citalopram.
Yeah.
Is that what works?
To keep me from eating a gun because it gets so dark out here all the time.
Our
Well-
whole life is just like a Tom Waits song. We're
Yeah.
just like, wake up in the morning and the rain's pouring and the goddamn
You
sun
got an
flew
elephant
away.
man kid, cause his joints are all swollen
There's
from
some
a lack
hobo
of
shit on the
vitamin
sidewalk.
D. He ain't got no sun,
Well,
and nobody loves him cause he got no vitamin D.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But you have to have calcium in order to have the vitamin D absorbed as
They
well.
put it in milk now for us.
Ugh, milk.
Yeah.
Who drinks milk?
People who don't get much sun.
Ooh, you shouldn't drink milk.
And people with osteoporosis.
No, that's a myth. That's a myth. Anywho, so I just decided I would change my relationship status like to in a relationship with the sad light. So I'm like just sucking in that like
Oh, one of those
the-
multi-spectrum
yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
like, this
Yeah.
is the sun, but not really
right.
lights.
So
yeah.
I pop all the lights on, and I have one in the bathroom, and then I have this like blue one that I don't like so much. But that's who I'm in a relationship currently
Yeah.
with now is my sad light
It's nice though.
and
it helps.
Paxil.
Hey, I'll tell you.
I like
Paxil.
Paxil.
Paxil's good.
That's
Paxil's
better
good.
than my way. I am in a relationship with a number of other people who are themselves in relationships and or a couple of straight guys here or there.
Are you polyamorous?
Well, you'd have to be amorous really to pull that
Yeah.
off. I'm poly, hanging around hoping for whatever
You're
scraps I
poly-adjacent.
can pick up off the ground.
That's a thing now. Being polyamorous.
I've heard.
All right, hey, I'm taking over here because we're getting short on time. We still have to sing. So,
Okay.
Marlene, I want you to think. 'Cause
Okay.
You're not getting off the deck here.
No.
You've got to go deep.
I've got
But
to
here's
go
what's
deep.
going to happen. I'm going to go deep. You know I'm not going to hold the punch. Derek Sheen. We believe that there's possible multiverses where different choices create different worlds. In the world where you and your wife actually procreated and had a child, and you had a window into that world, and you were able to see your son at 12 that you raised and were with, and not on the road. Through this window, you're able to see the alternative world where you are a father, and you had 30 seconds to tell your son something. What would you say?
Practice.
That's a good one.
Practice.
Practice.
Yeah?
Whatever you
That's all I would
do,
say.
practice.
Practice.
I like it.
I mean,
All right, why would you say practice?
Because I don't know what interests that child would have, but if it's my kid, it's got my genes, which means it's going to be semi-talented, but probably won't know how to take advantage of it or would be too lazy to. So whatever they're doing, I would pop in, tell them to practice, and disappear.
yeah.
Just practice.
Or maybe he's not talented. Maybe he's just bad at everything.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Multiverse.
practice.
Practice.
Yeah.
That's
Grit.
good advice for anybody, right?
And be
Yeah.
half good at something. It's better to be all good at something.
Well, and if you're bad at something and you practice, someday you might not be as bad. You
might be okay.
Yeah.
Like those kids in the Olympics.
Right, like those just kind of
snowboarding
okay kids.
Snowboarding
They're
kids.
the
Yeah.
Olympics.
17 years old.
Yeah, forgot his coat. Couldn't
Right.
find his coat.
Won a
God.
gold medal.
Of course,
How
it's a snowboard.
how they can keep it together with all this,
No, snowboarding is just a flat hacky stuff.
That's right. That was what you and I came up on. Back in the olden days, it used to be really hard. You had to learn how to do a hacky sack. Now these kids are going to the Olympics, sliding down a hill on a board, and you're
Yeah.
just like, talk to me when you can manipulate a hacky sack.
It's the same white kid with dreadlocks that I remember from junior high school. Only this one has an expensive piece of wood under his feet.
That's right.
Cutie bee. Go deep. Go deep.
It's your turn
Go
again.
deep.
Go deep.
Like throwing the football
Go
like
deep.
deep, like, oh, I'm going deep. If you could go back to like the happiest time of your like adolescence, childhood, whatever, what would you do differently?
Well, if it was the happiest
Yeah.
time of my childhood,
Yeah, would you do it, or
Oh,
would
yeah,
you
absolutely.
like change it and follow a different path?
no. If it was my happy time, I would definitely stay there. I think that my childhood was okay. I had good moments, had a lot of bad moments, but the happiest times, those are the things that kept me going. So I wouldn't want to change anything.
Okay.
Those were the things that were instrumental in providing some self-confidence and self-esteem. Where I was like, "Ooh, okay, I'll just keep on going."
Okay.
So,
Is that what happens when you do it right? See, I fucked that up.
well, I mean, I made it this far.
You
I
triggered a
really.
memory.
Huh?
Describe that happy moment that helped you.
Oh, I mean, geez, there's several in I would say instrumental moments in helping me keep my shit together when I was a kid and not lose it. One was having my mom and dad both who never paid attention to anything I was doing, but both came in. I did a bunch of makeup work. I used to sculpt and make my own masks and stuff
Oh,
like that,
yeah.
and makeup effects. I was really into it because it was the 80s. So everything was like
Freddy
blood and
Krueger.
guts, and
That's
and I loved
right.
it.
Muppets
so-
and what have you.
I was getting into it and really wanted to do it. And I think one of my happiest trips is when they, the first time they ever took me to Champion's Party Supply, which in the day was down in Pike Place Market, and it used to have a huge industrial makeup department. So you could buy theater supplies, theater makeup, quarts of dried latex, everything I was super into. And we went to Champions to go get liquid latex and some appliance molds that I wanted to play with. And my mom and dad were like, "Yeah, this is great." And my dad was like, "Let's go to the comic book shop. I know you like comic books." And for one whole day, they were totally into everything I was into. I got them into my world. We walked away with we walked out of the Golden Age collectibles with the hardcover version of Cycle of the Werewolf by Bernie Wrightson and Stephen King. It was all illustrated, and I think there were only one of 1,000, and it was signed by Stephen King.
Wow.
Yeah, just on an off day, and it was one of my happiest days because everybody got along, and they were all into the shit that I was into for one day.
Yeah.
So that was one of those moments where I was like, "Oh, all right, I keep that kind of close to my vest." That and
So
the
when
time
you
that
have rough times, you can pull back to, well, it has been good before.
I had
Maybe
good
it can
times.
be good again.
Yeah, I had good time. I mean, when I was a kid, I would look at that and go, "Okay, I mean, I'm doing the right thing." I just, the value. Unfortunately, I think my parents' attention was drawn to the horrible marriage they were in, so it was harder for them to pay attention. So those days were rare, but it was nice to have them interested in something I was doing for a minute because it made me the center of attention, which, for the most part, unless it was something bad, I usually wasn't. So it was nice to have a positive, like, we're having a day. Everything's going all right. No yelling, no screaming. That was a good day. And I had a Bernie Wrightson book.
There you go. That's all you need in the world.
Good job, bees. That was awesome. All right, thank you, Derek. You're a beautiful angel. We love you.
Show me the power, child. I'd like to say that I'm down on my knees today. Yeah, it gives me the butterflies, gives me away till I'm up on my feet again. I'm feeling outshined, 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 outshined. Ah, yeah!
You're good.
Oh, we did it!
That was great.
I'm feeling outshined, fuck.